right, the next thing we need to talk about are percentiles. A percentile tells you what percent of the data is less than or equal to that value. Percentiles are always rounded to the nearest whole number, so you will never see a percentile with a decimal point after it. So a few things that we already have been working with that we can talk about the percentiles. Q1 is known as the 25th percentile because 25% of the numbers are always going to be less than Q1. Q2 is the 50th percentile. Q3 is the 75th percentile. These are three things that we've already seen with the quartiles that we've been calculating, and those are three that we can always refer to because we know what percent of the data is going to be less than them. So a couple other examples I have here of interpreting percentiles and what they mean. Julian and his mom go to the doctor for his yearly physical. While they are there, the doctor mentions that Julian is in the 99th percentile for his height. What does that mean? So when we talk about percentiles in a medical application, specifically here looking at the height of a young boy going to the doctor, and they say, Julian, you are in the 99th percentile for your height. That means that Julian is taller than 99% of boys his age. Or another way you could look at it is that 99% of the boys Julian's age are his height or shorter. Two different ways that you can interpret that. So that means that if you look at Julian at whatever age he is, let's say 13, and you compare Julian to all the other 13-year-old boys that we have data on, which is a lot, he is taller than 99% of all the other 13-year-old boys that we have data on. He's tall. He's very tall. Fun fact, this is my nephew. He is very tall. So that's one application. Here's another one. You found out today that your SAT score was higher than 72.8% of the people that took the SAT this year. What percentile rank are you? So you are higher than 72.8% of the people that took it. So that means 72.8% of people scored lower than you. And that's important because percentiles are always the percent that is lower than you. So if this had been worded differently, we might have to do a little more work to get to our answer. So all we have to do to figure out your percentile rank is take this 72.8%, round it to the nearest whole number, which would be 73, and put that in a percentile interpretation. So you are in the 73rd percentile. We are going to do a little bit with percentiles now, and then we're going to come back and do a lot more with percentiles later. So please hang on to this information about how percentiles are always that amount or less.